Oh, this one, this video. Finally, Wall Street Journal made a video about buy now, pay later. And their conclusion is it's a lot like credit cards.
This burrito bowl dinner on DoorDash comes to $41, but thanks to Klarna...
God damn, bro. A nice $41 burrito. Sheesh. And you gots to Klarna your burrito too.
Thanks to Klarna...
Literally you, bro. Not me anymore. Don't say literally me. Literally me in the past. I haven't ordered Chipotle on Uber Eats. As God is my witness in 3 months. That doesn't sound like a lot. Actually, when I say it out loud, it sounds so minor. But I have broken a streak, dude.
You can make 4 payments of $10.40 over the course of 6 weeks instead. The buy now, pay later industry, or BNPL, has exploded as an alternative to credit cards.
We really believe the credit card industry is going the way of the VHS tape.
But will BNPL...
This is so f***ing stupid. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's debt with interest. It is so f***ing insane to act like you invented something new. Like those guys are Blockbuster and we're Netflix. We have entirely new technology. It's the same thing. You're buying something you can't afford and paying for it later. You haven't innovated anything. You're not Steve Jobs, bro, because you changed the name of debt. You just called it buy now, pay later, which was the definition of the word debt.
Take that burrito bowl. Once the customer chooses the BNPL option at checkout, the provider approves the loan based on its underwriting model.
We pay the retailer the next day, and then we take all of the non-payment risk.
Then, the customer is put on
Which is why they're a terrible business, by the way, because they approve basically everybody. Unless you have a history of defrauding that particular BNPL, they approve you and they just assume they're going to get the money out of you.
If a payment is late, some providers charge a fee. Providers also charge the merchants to make the loans available to their customers.
The lion's share of our income, 90+% of our income, is made from the merchant, not the consumer.
Some lenders, like Affirm, have also begun to offer longer-term loans that carry interest.
About 20% of our business today is 0%, and about 80% has interest on them.
Afterpay also has...
I just want to be clear. These 0% interest loans are only if you make the payments over the 4 weeks. If you miss anything, the fee is if you have a higher than credit card level of interest. The interest is astronomical if you miss a payment. So it only works if you're always paying on time. If you're doing it for a burrito, then you're really at the edge of your financial rope.
We're not doing it on every checkout flow. We're really doing it on a select few that we believe there's really strong demand for that particular checkout that's occurring, where pay in full might not have the same amount of acceptance.
Again, the demand is from people who want to buy things like groceries, burritos, and clothes that can't afford them now, which means they are at the edge of their financial. These are small ticket items and they can't afford it. The idea that nobody's going to default on these loans is crazy. Of course they will. Things come up.
Physical cards that can be used in a brick and mortar store are the next big offering from lenders.
That could more or less double the potential market.
Let's say you're walking into the store and you ask us to spend $500 on a jacket, then we approve the loan. And then it's just sitting out there waiting for you to actually turn.
Bro just said credit cards are going the way of the VHS tape. Check out our new thing, BNPL cards. Physical cards. That's our new future. That's what we're building towards.
Buy now, pay later transaction volume has multiplied 20 times since 2019.
You have clear macro.
$100 billion in BNPL loans this year, and everyone says things are okay. Many of it on groceries.
You have a clear macro trend around consumers choosing alternative ways to pay.
And that's led to growing competition.
No, not like it's a fun choice. They need alternative ways to pay because they can't afford to keep up with the price increases of the things they want. They can't keep their lifestyle at the rate of inflation without debt. Now, you can quibble about whether someone deserves to be able to DoorDash a burrito, but the point is they've gotten used to a certain lifestyle when all those things were cheaper. And as they get more expensive, an average human being doesn't want to see their lifestyle degrade. They don't want to feel like they're falling backwards. They don't want to get rid of the luxuries they used to enjoy. So what they do is they take on more and more debt to keep their lifestyle the same, to keep above water, which is leading to a building and growing problem.
BNPL definitely started with e-commerce retail generally in that ticket size of $100 to $200. As it broadened out, you saw even smaller ticket sizes and sometimes even consumable purchases.
A LendingTree survey found that a quarter of BNPL customers have used them to buy groceries, up from 14% in 2024.
We don't think it's our job to judge what a consumer's choice is on the financial product that they want to use.
I hate this guy. This guy's so into the sauce.
Anytime a consumer is putting down their credit card and using Affirm, we think it's a good thing.
And I think the
course you
BNPL
do.
provider's got to think about
Of course you do. We think every time somebody puts down a celery stick, starts smoking a cigarette, that's a good thing. Says the fucking CEO of tobacco company. Of course you do. It's your company.
In May, Klarna reported a 17% increase in consumer credit losses from the year before. Klarna said in a statement that the rise in losses was because it had issued significantly more loans in Q1 of 25. So it's natural for...
This was, I had this bit a while back where I talked about an insider giving me insider information. This was the information before it released. And it was a guy that worked at Klarna that basically told me that they were seeing significantly higher default rates on their loans. Like, people were more and more stressed, and they were more and more asking Klarna for extensions and trying to find ways to pay a lot later because people are taking on loans with these things they can't pay back. Well, the presentation I wanted to make before this came out, before it kind of scooped me, was that Klarna's going to IPO soon, and I would be wary about investing in that business because it feels like all their growth is coming from people that won't be able to pay it back, but they're still booking it as gains.
LendingTree found that 41% of BNPL users paid late in the past year, up from 34% a year before.
Dude, 41% paid late. First of all, it just goes to show you that everyone who says, like, it's fine, I'll pay it on time. Dude, about half of them are not. 41% are paying late, which means they're getting the fees. But also, paying late is the beginning curve of not paying at all, of defaulting, of being like, hey, I just can't pay this. And then not only are you cooked, but the entire BNPL industry implodes.
Affirm has reported a decrease in customer defaults.
We're delivering really good credit outcomes with our approach, which is to underwrite every transaction.
Just want to be clear. My understanding is that this decrease in defaults is a reclassification of defaults because they keep giving people more extensions. Is that what they are doing is they are scared of reporting rising defaults. So they are giving extensions and, you can call in and get another 90 days or whatever, and all this shit, so they can report fewer defaults. But the stress of the consumer is only rising because they make the most money by going to public, by going onto Wall Street and getting you to buy their stock. They'd rather dump this on the public and have them figure it out than try to actually run a profitable business by having good underwriting.
But regulators and other experts have drawn similarities between BNPL and credit cards.
Wow, really?
In 2024, the CFPB issued an interpretive rule that would subject BNPL providers to credit card regulations. But President Trump and DOJ have since crippled the Consumer Protection Agency, which announced it would not prioritize enforcing that rule.
That's crazy to me because I'm really, really, really fucking positive about Trump. You guys know me. I'm ride or die. He's my goat. But this feels like something where I'm like, whoa, Donnie, this feels weird. This feels out of place for my goat.
Klarna said in a statement that it welcomes FICO's ambition to modernize credit scoring to better reflect BNPL use. It also said that it looks forward to a system where these products can contribute positively to consumers' credit standing. And Block, which owns Afterpay, said that the credit reporting, scoring, and interpretation still largely operate under legacy frameworks.
Yeah, and they still have your score go up when you pay your debt on time, and it goes down when you don't. And you'd hate to have that negative impact hurt people doing your business, so totally understand that you don't want that legacy framework.
A regulatory framework that respects those components of the product and builds the framework around something that is very different to traditional
It's not!
forms of credit.
It's
is
not!
one that we've been really
It's
hard at
not!
work on from the day we started
It's
the
just
business.
credit.
I don't think
Nothing would make our team happier than if we could see the death of revolving credit in the United States.
That's crazy. It is revolving credit, what you're doing. All right, good video. I'm glad we watched it, but it made me crash out. It was rage bait to the highest degree. Anyway, just be careful with BNPL, bro. I know a lot of you use it and it seems okay, but shit low-key sucks. And if it's small enough that you could afford it now, I would just buy it now. It's better than having that debt over your head. If I can afford the BNPL items right now, wouldn't it still be better? Because if you pay later, you benefit from inflation, assuming interest would be up. This is what people say. People will say, if I can afford it, why not split it into 4 and then I have more money now, no interest. I can hear your argument. Let me give you 2 counter arguments. The first one is that it is proven statistically that people spend more money when they can split it into 4. So you're gonna buy more than you would have. You're gonna splurge. You're gonna spend more on shit that you probably wouldn't have bought. Your bill will be higher than it would have been if it was just paying out of your own wallet. The second thing is, shit happens. Life gets in the way. Even if you think you have the money for this payment, something might come up, some emergency expense, and then you're stuck with that expense plus the bill, and you end up not paying, and then it snowballs into interest. So unless you have a ton of money and there's no way you'd miss it, in which case, why do you care? You're adding a lot of risk. You're increasing your risk.